First brought you the story as breaking news at 6. Now, since then, we've learned deputies have identified the boy as Bentley Leonard. He's now at UF Health Jacksonville, and we're told in stable condition. The sheriff's office and fire rescue, they were called to the home on Osprey Circle about 4:30. The Department of Children and Families has also been notified. Channel 4's Ashley Harding is joining us now live. Ashley, do we know if DCF is beginning an investigation here?
Kent, it's a little too early to say for sure, but typically this is the kind of case where they would investigate. But again, the sheriff's office says it's still very early, not a lot of information. Again, that big question is who had this gun? Was it that child or was it someone else within the home? But, you know, we've been talking to neighbors. They say this is typically a very quiet area. There's lots of kids here. They never imagined something like this would happen.
First, I want to know why all the cars were coming in this neighborhood, that many of them.
Shock and confusion in this St. Augustine neighborhood. For hours, deputies were seen walking in and out of this home where a 4-year-old boy was shot in the stomach.
Any child that would happen to, whether it was by their hand or somebody else, whether it was an accident or not, that's sad.
That's exactly what officers are now trying to find out, how this happened. The boy was flown to the hospital, and neighbors in the area tell News4Jax the family only moved in the last year or so.
I mean, it's a child. It's a life that was just beginning.
I also reached out to the Department of Children and Families, and this is typically the kind of case they would investigate. They say this is a good reminder to parents. Always lock your guns when children are around.
What parents need to do is keep the guns locked, number one. Number two, keep the guns in locked containers. And then, number three, keep the ammunition in a separate locked container. All these precautions would minimize the risk of an incident like this happening.
And John Harrell of DCF tells me in a case like this, they would also try to find out how to help this child in any way. And I'll also learn a little more about this family. Again, we are still waiting for more details about what led up to this shooting. Again, that big question is who had this gun? Once we have those updates from the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office, we will bring you that information. In St. Johns County, I'm Ashley Harding, Channel 4, the local station.